Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Here today I am riding Pumpkin Queen, who was actually one of the Halloween themed Jorvik wild horses from a couple of years ago. As you can see here, she was based off a pumpkin, hence her name. I thought it would be quite fitting to start using my Halloweeny themed horses since it is October, and it probably won't be long now until we get the Halloween quests in. So today's video is basically going to be going through Wednesday's update that's just gone, of which we see in the introduction of 6 new coat colour variations on a number of different breeds that have been released in the game. So I'm going to be rating them from the one that I'd be least likely to buy to the one I'd be most likely to buy. And once again, before I begin, just a little disclaimer that this is just purely my personal opinion. I'm not meaning to offend anyone or, attack the team or attack anyone who's got these horses. This is just my personal thoughts, and you are more than welcome to share your thoughts with me and disagree with me or agree with me. That's just the beauty of having different opinions to people. So yeah, please don't be offended. Please don't see it as a personal attack. This is purely just for fun, and it's just what I think personally. So let's get into it. So in 6th place for me does have to be the new Knabstrupper colour, which is just this one to clarify. I'm just not really a fan of this at all for quite a number of reasons. First of all, I just think compared to the other ones that seem to just have so much more going on with them, this one just seems a little bit too plain for me. And I suppose maybe the reason they did sort of release a plainer one is because the others had a lot going on with them, but I don't know, for me it's just a little bit boring. Secondly, I'm just not really a fan of the brown shades they used for this horse, and I think the shading on this horse is quite minimal. This brown, it's quite blocky and sameish, the horse just kind of looks like it's one block colour. Maybe to make it stand out a little bit more, a different mane and tail colour really would have been quite good. But yeah, for me this just isn't anything special really. I mean, I've seen it redeemed a little bit in game with some of the outfits that people have put together with it, but I just personally wouldn't buy this horse myself. I think if you wanted a Knabstrupper, which do tend to be sort of crazy, strangely marked horses, I'm just not really sure why you'd go for that one when you've got all these sort of weird and wild ones here that are just sort of much better quality, in my opinion, and have a lot more going on with them. So in 5th place is going to be the new Irish cob colour, which again is this one, just to clarify. So with this one, there's nothing I actually particularly dislike about this. I think as far as cobs go, they've got the colouring on this like really, really accurate. I think anyone who's ever been around horses in real life, at least in the United Kingdom, has at some point seen a horse that looks exactly like this one at a stables. I think they have done a really good job with this horse, but the only reason it's scored so lowly is just simply because I do prefer the other colours that have been released. If I was to buy one of these cobs, this probably wouldn't be my first option, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like my horses with a little bit more going on with them, and I like to go for the more unusual colours, but that again is just purely my personal preference. Yeah, for me it's just, once again, similarly to the Knabstrupper, it's a little bit plain, but I do also understand that we do need plain colours and we can't always have weird and wild markings all the time. So yeah, I think it's super, super cute, and I've seen a lot of people with this horse, and I've seen so many cute outfits and tack put onto this horse, and it is really, really sweet. I'm just not really a fan of these breeds in game anyway. So yeah, I probably wouldn't be very likely to buy this one. and that's why it's got 5th place. So in 4th place for me has to be this Marwari horse. Similarly to the cob that was in 5th place, there's nothing about this that like offends me. There's nothing about the design that's, you know, too out of place or bad per se. I just didn't really see the point of them releasing this grey version of the Marwari horse when we sort of have this lovely sort of golden Crimeo one here that's got a lot more detail on it. You can sort of see the dapples there if you look closely. And we've also got the slightly coloured one, the grey and white one, as you see here. And its mane and tail is also ivory type shade, which I think sort of a lot more interesting than just plain grey. You know, this one is sort of the same colour throughout except for the legs, and there's no sort of dapple detail or anything like that. You know, it is cute, but again, I think compared to what the other ones look like, you know, and the detail seen in the other ones, like these 3 here, it just doesn't wow me. And I think out of all of them horses, that one would probably be the one I would buy last. So yeah, I think it looks regal and I think it does look majestic. It's very Prince Charming, and the white or grey does suit the Marwari horse well. But I just think given the different types of colours they could have released, given what they've already released, they probably could have done a lot better with that one. So for that reason, I'm giving it 4th place. So taking 3rd place for me would be the new Jorvik Friesian. There is quite a few things I like about this horse. First of all, I do like the contrast of the mane and tail. I like how there isn't too much white in the mane, but there's a noticeable amount. It is just a nice touch to this horse, as well as the 2 little back white socks and the tiny bit of white on this right hand foot. I do like the way it's marked on this side much more than I like the way it's marked on this side. I'm not really a fan of the way this marking has been sort of drawn out. I'm not really sure why. To me, it just doesn't look right. I think it's this bit here. For whatever reason, I'm just not really a fan of the horse from one side. However, I do think this horse is a really nice sort of middle ground between the all-black Friesian and the sort of more dramatic black and white one. That's sort of a bit like a Appaloosa type Friesian. So yeah, I mean, for me, if I was to buy a Friesian, this one would definitely be a contender for me. Once again, I've seen this horse tacked up beautifully in game and colour coordinated really, really well. Some of the things people have done with this horse already have made it look amazing. And yeah, I mean, I guess the only other thing I could really say about the breed is that you don't ever see Friesians that look like that. However, that's not really much of a valid comment considering I am riding a horse that can turn into a pumpkin. So, and that is also why I think they're called Jorvik Friesians. So the team do sort of have the free rein to go that extra mile of creativity on them and sort of give them these types of markings. So yeah, I do like this horse. The one thing that just probably pulls it down a little bit is this marking on the side of its body. But yeah, so this one takes 3rd place for me. So taking 2nd place for me would definitely be this flea bitten grey Arabian. That's at Goldspurs Farm. I just can't believe how much of a glow up these horses have had since the first gen of them. This horse just looks absolutely amazing, and for me, this is definitely probably one of the most realistic looking horses that the game have released so far. I think its face just looks incredible. I love the pink on the nose, I love the black fading into the coat, and I love how they have finally released something else that's flea bitten instead of just like a normal grey or a dapple grey. It's just a nice change that we don't often see. I think the flea bitten is actually done really, really well. There's not too little of the flea bitten speckles, but there's not too much of it either. It's just a sort of nice proportioned amount, and I like the way it sort of eases out as it goes down the legs and into the face and stuff. Yeah, there's just a lot to love about this horse. I like this horse the more I see it around the game, and I think it just complements the breed and the model so well. And as I said, you just don't really see many flea bitten horses in game, and I think they done this sort of coat colour on the perfect breed. They've done an absolutely brilliant job with this, and I could definitely see this one in my stable in the near future for sure. However, taking the number one spot for me does have to be this new American paint horse in this lovely, lovely colour. For me, this horse is just everything I like in a horse and Star Stable, sort of in one form. It's nice to see a horse with the four even white socks and this lovely, lovely white face. I also love these sort of stripy zebra markings. Again, this isn't a marking we see much in the game, simply because it's just unrealistic for some breeds to have them. But I think the sort of dark brown of the mane and tail and forelock and these stripes goes really, really nice with the sort of lighter, softer brown that you see in the body. And then I think that the white on the face and the legs just really makes the horse stand out from the rest of them. I think this one is probably definitely in joint first, with this one as being one of my favourites. I'm just very, very partial to a Mousy John horse. But yeah, this is sort of another one. I think this one and the Arabian would definitely be fighting for a place in the stable. I think this sort of embodies, a true sort of American bred horse. And once again, I just think everything about this colour and this design just really, really suits the model and the breed. And I just think with the Western tack, or any tack really, I think it'd be really hard to make this horse not look good. For me, it's just such a striking colour. And I just love the unusualness of them lovely markings going all the way through its body. So yeah, this one has definitely taken first spot for me. And I will definitely keep you guys updated if I end up buying any of these horses. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do let me know your thoughts on these horses. Let me know if you bought any of them. And if you disagree with anything that I've said, again, let me know. I would love to hear your own opinions in the comments. So yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Goodbye. Oh, hello there.